Football has seen its fair share of fierce competition, and sometimes that rivalry transcends the boundaries of the field, leading to unforgettable clashes between players who simply can't stand each other. From historic grudges to modern-day clashes, these football superstars have ignited controversies, exchanged fiery words, and left us all stunned with their bitter animosity. Let's get started to uncover the stories behind these explosive rivalries. Number 10. Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Placing them at the 10th spot, solely due to animosity, might be a bit excessive for these two players, although it's undeniably fitting for the subsequent 9 entries. However, there's no denying the presence of some friction between these two titans of the soccer world, and in all likelihood, this tension has been beneficial. While in many eras, either of these players could have easily reigned supreme in global soccer, fate has granted us the privilege of witnessing their constant pursuit of self-improvement, spurred on by their rivalry. Ronaldo often bears the label of being the more arrogant one, juxtaposed with Messi's seemingly indifferent stance towards the rivalry. Together they boast an impressive tally of 7 Ballon d'Ors, Messi securing 4, and Ronaldo clinching 3. Any underlying animosity doesn't tarnish their mutual respect, underscoring the distinction between personal liking and respect for each other. Number 9. Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Rafael van der Vaart. Zlatan is one of the characters alluded to in the introduction. He is a larger-than-life figure whose approach has earned him a cult following and immense popularity, but has also paved the way for a few detractors. He is a feisty presence on the pitch, and opposition players often attempt to provoke him into aggression. Zlatan and van der Vaart were teammates at Ajax when their conflict began, although it did not occur while they were playing for Ajax. During a friendly match between Sweden and Holland, the Dutchman sustained an injury which he believed Ibrahimovic had intentionally caused, and he conveyed as much to the press. Upon their return to Ajax, tensions between the two players reached a climax, with Zlatan threatening to break van der Vaart's legs. Number 8. Oliver Kahn and Jens Lehmann. Oliver Kahn and Jens Lehmann both stood out as exceptional goalkeepers and were teammates in the German national team. Kahn was widely acknowledged as the primary choice, and Lehmann had no grounds for complaint given Kahn's exceptional form during that period. However, when Jurgen Klinsmann assumed the role of the German manager before the 2006 World Cup, he adopted a different approach. Klinsmann announced that there would be no designated number 1 goalkeeper, putting both keepers in a competitive position to earn their playing time. Lehmann was ultimately selected, a decision that left Kahn dissatisfied. Over the years, the two exchanged barbs on several occasions. Lehmann asserted that he thrived under pressure and criticized Kahn for his overly serious demeanor, while Kahn ridiculed Lehmann after he was replaced by Manuel Almunia under Arsene Wenger's management. Number 7. Diego Maradona and Pele. Similar to the rivalry between Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, the animosity between these two individuals stems from their remarkable abilities. Widely acclaimed as the two greatest soccer players of all time, following their retirements, both individuals have engaged in making petty comments about each other, a rather lamentable occurrence. The majority of the provocative remarks have been attributed to El Diego, although Pele has also been occasionally involved in exacerbating the situation. Following Pele's mention of Maradona's struggles with drug abuse, the Argentinian retorted by alleging that Pele's first sexual experience was with a man. In the past, the duo found themselves in a heated dispute regarding the superior player between Messi and Neymar, a controversy in which Pele seemingly emerged appearing somewhat imprudent to most observers. Number 6. Allegri and Salva Ballesta. Allegri, commonly referred to as Allegri, used to be a defender, and played quite a bit for Barcelona from 2002 to 2008. He had a successful stint, even clinching victories in La Liga and the Champions League. Beyond football, Allegri holds an economics degree and is quite passionate about his political beliefs, which lean towards the left wing. He's a staunch supporter of an independent Catalan state. As he expressed these views more openly, it's no surprise that he faced strong opposition. His critics included important figures like the Barcelona manager and chairman, as well as Salva Ballesta, a striker from Malaga. Now, Ballesta is known for his far-right views, some even leaning towards fascism. These two have had a bitter dislike for each other ever since their initial clash over a newspaper article written by Allegri back in 2007. Number 5. Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira. Roy Keane amassed numerous adversaries over the course of his incredibly successful career. Perhaps the most extensively documented and widely recognized enmity was the enduring rivalry he shared with Patrick Vieira. A degree of competition was to be anticipated between these two individuals. After all, Manchester United and Arsenal reigned as the top two teams in England during that period, with both players positioned in the heart of the midfield, exemplifying robust tackling and leadership. The most renowned incident involving these two occurred in 2005, curiously not on the field of play, but rather within the tunnel before a match. Keane perceived an attempt by Vieira and his associates to intimidate Gary Neville, prompting him to come to Neville's defense. Their rivalry diverged somewhat from the norm, as it originated from their comparable personalities. Number 4. John Terry and Wayne Bridge. You can easily understand why Wayne Bridge might not have a warm feeling towards John Terry. Imagine being in Bridge's shoes. His ex, Vanessa Parencel, had a relationship with Terry, his former Chelsea and England teammate. It's even reported that Terry got Parencel pregnant, and she had to go through an abortion. Terry tried to keep this whole thing hushed up by using a super injunction, but that strategy only lasted about a week before the news burst onto every tabloid front page. The next time Bridge and Terry crossed paths before a game, Bridge outright refused to shake Terry's hand. Talk about a frosty encounter. A lot of English soccer fans were actually on Bridge's side here. Well, except maybe some die-hard Chelsea supporters who practically idolized Terry, despite his less-than-stellar actions. It's just one of those situations that shows how intense the emotions can get in the world of sports. Number 3. Robert Lewandowski and Jakub Blaszczykowski. Teammates at both Borussia Dortmund and the Poland national team, these two have played together for more than 7 years, but that hasn't stopped them having a mutual dislike for one and another. Blaszczykowski has had a remarkable life. He watched his father stab his mother to death as a child before being raised by his grandparents, and is a devout Catholic who reads the Bible every day. Some reports suggest that the pair first fell out for political reasons, but whatever it was, they still haven't made up. Lewandowski was made Poland captain when Blaszczykowski was injured, and having told the manager he wishes to retain the armband, the Poland manager hasn't recalled the Dortmund star, who has now returned to fitness, supposedly fearing any dressing room discord. Number 2. Teddy Sheringham and Andy Cole. One of the most exceptional strike partnerships in Premier League history, it remains astonishing to consider that throughout their tenure at Manchester United, Teddy Sheringham and Andy Cole had a strained relationship. The rift began when Cole made his debut for the English national team, entering the field as a substitute for Sheringham. Cole perceived that Sheringham ignored him on the sideline and never offered an apology for his behavior. Consequently, the two individuals never engaged in off-field conversations during their 4-year coexistence at Old Trafford. It appears incredibly trivial that such a minor incident could give rise to such a protracted feud. And number 1. Mauro Icardi and Maxi Lopez. Soccer's most famous and peculiar love triangle involved Mauro Icardi and Maxi Lopez, who were once the closest of friends. They shared the field in camaraderie during their time playing together, with Lopez mentoring Icardi when the latter first arrived in Italy. Icardi's actions took an unexpected turn as he became romantically involved with Lopez's former spouse. This relationship strained the bond between Lopez, age 31, and Icardi, age 22, significantly. The rift between them began in 2013 when Icardi started dating Wanda Nara, who was previously married to Lopez. In 2014, Icardi and Nara tied the knot, and to a remarkable extent, Icardi even went on to get a tattoo of Lopez's children on his arm. During their most recent encounter, Lopez notably declined to shake Icardi's hand, and their ongoing exchanges on Twitter indicate that any prospects of rekindling their once thriving friendship remain distant. As we wrap up this insight into the world of football rivalries, we've delved deep into the intense conflicts between some of the most iconic players in the game. From heated exchanges on the field to fiery verbal spats off it, these rivalries have left an indelible mark on football history. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more thrilling insights into the captivating world of sports.